Hi, second grade families. My name is Schulz. I am your child's second grade teacher at Findlay Elementary. I'm really sorry I missed Thursday's presentation, back to school night. This short video will substitute for that back to school night. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, and I'll also tell you a little bit about second grade at Findlay and in the Beaverton School District. So my name is Maureen Schulz. That's how it is in the email or in Parent Square. But I go by Mo, M-O. I am 54 years old. I've been teaching for 25 years, most of the time in the Beaverton School District. In fact, I started in Beaverton in 1995. I have mostly taught first and second grade, but I've also taught third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade. I did spend a little bit of time, 3 years, teaching in South America in Quito, Ecuador. I did that in 2003 to 2006. And I've been at Findlay. This is my 6th year at Findlay. Before that, I was at Rock Creek for a number of years. The last 2 years, I taught at Flex Online School during the pandemic, and I'm back at Findlay. So I'm really, really excited to be in person. I'm really enthusiastic about teaching in person and getting to work with your second grader. I love teaching second grade. I love it. So, and already in just the first few days I've had with your student, I've just really enjoyed getting to know your child. So I look forward to a great year. I am originally from Minnesota, although I did move to Oregon in the early 90s. And I live with my husband, John, and our golden retriever, Lucy. We live in Northeast Portland, so I have a little bit of a commute, but it's not bad. And I love anything in the outdoors. I love camping and hiking and canoeing, really anything in nature. I also used to be a long distance runner. Now I'm a short distance runner, but I love to run, and being fit and making really good healthy choices is really paramount to who I am, and then who I am as a teacher. As a teacher, I care so deeply about the joyfulness of learning, and I want your child to be excited to come to school and to work collaboratively with other children, to be excited about what kind of project we might be working on, or a story he or she is writing, or a book they're reading, or some kind of scientific endeavor. So really the foundation for my teaching and at Findlay is joyfulness, and really being excited and curious. In second grade, our big focus in literacy is really becoming stronger readers and reading. We're kind of transitioning from learning how to read to becoming learners through reading. We'll work a lot in writing, and I know that you're familiar with these 3 modes from first grade, but really persuasive writing, informative writing, and then narrative writing are the areas we'll work on in Writer's Workshop. And then we also have Math Workshop, and one of the really wonderful things about how we teach math in Beaverton is we really recognize that computation, arithmetic, is just a tiny part of math. And so really being able to communicate mathematical thinking, being able to work collaboratively to solve a problem, all of these components of math are really the bedrock of our math workshop. So one of the biggest components in second grade math is really understanding place value, and it's really easy to make the assumption that your student really does understand place value when they're manipulating and adding and subtracting numbers using the algorithm, for example, that you may have showed them, and they're excited about adding or subtracting big numbers, but really not having a true deep understanding of our place value of what tens are and hundreds, and how our base 10 number system functions. So I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk a little bit about our content area. We teach content in the afternoon, and that content in elementary refers to science, social studies, and health. And what we do is we alternate through with each of those subjects as the year goes on. So in the syllabus too, you'll see what the units are and a little bit more about each one of them. So in science, we are going to, in our first launch, we'll teach a little bit about what Science Workshop is and about inquiry, the inquiry model. In social science, social studies, we're going to begin by how do we express ourselves, how do we, what is our role in the community, in our classroom. And in health, we this year will really be looking at making healthy choices, looking at nutrition, looking at our social emotional learning, how we all have these big emotions, and it's good to be able to name and understand what the emotions are that we're feeling, and then what we do with the emotions. So kind of thinking, well, how can I promote well-being? So before we end this short video, I would like to encourage you to save the date for fall conferences. We have fall conferences coming the first week in November. It is November 2nd and November 3rd. I'll send you information, and so will Dr. Marsh. So that is an opportunity for us to sit down and have a conversation about making goals and what your child is doing really well and what your child needs to work on. But of course, in the meanwhile, that's still 6 weeks out. If you have any questions, concerns, please email me. Now that I'm back 100%, 150%, I will promptly get back to you. That is really important that we have a very functional relationship. I know I left a lot left unsaid, so I hope this gives you a little peek into who I am, and so look forward to our relationship this year.